Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Allied General. I'm Serious JG. Still stinging a little bit about the losses we took at the beginning of the scenario. Usually it gets, as the Americans, I'd gotten a little bit used to it. Now I just feel like I'm getting, anytime I record, I start losing forces, but it's alright. So we're on turn 5 of 13. We have to, by the end of turn 9, if we've taken all the objectives, we get a, full-on super victory 2000. So we need to make sure that we do that. Getting extra units and stuff through overstrength is nice, but we want the major to get the I'm going to fly you over here. This is just trying to figure out if I'm going to mess anything up if I spend a turn on this. This is turn 5. I've got 4 more turns, really. I actually need to start on this right now. This is turn 5. On turn 6, they'll be at 11. On turn 7, they'll be at 12. On turn 8, they'll be at 13. And by turn 9, they'll be at 14. I can't get these guys all the way up to 15 and still get a major. But I guess it was good that I pulled them back and started in on it now. You guys, on the other hand, let's choose you. Choose you. Let's get you down here. And you can use that other airfield to start getting some of your, power back. We'll go here. I want to take the Germans off of the map first. So then any remaining resistance, like, I think if we take the Germans and their airfields, I don't think more Focke-Wulfs and Emils can just show up. You are out of ammo. Let's see if we can take that airfield before the turn is out. Okay. Just confirming I didn't lose an air unit and forget about it somewhere along the way. You are doing your thing. Yeah, these guys are out of ammo, and you guys are just going to dive bomb up here. Okay. These guys don't have a lot of turns left either if I want to get them. Because turn 6 they'll be 10, 7 they'll be 11, 8 they'll be 12. And yeah, I gotta start overstrengthening guys now if I intend to do it. But yeah, these guys are going to be at, they can get up to 14. But they won't have time, but The fact that it's theoretically possible makes me happy. Except if you try to rush up here and get into combat, even if it's a bad idea. But, you know, just to be getting experience. Just trying to find, like, really obscure ways to force guys into retreat so that, yeah, let's hope I don't get elite defense. I'll really feel silly if I do. Alright, good. Yeah, again, trucks. I don't know if I'll end up losing artillery by getting attacked by Italians on the next turn, but any bit of experience for them helps. It's tough to get them experience. Okay. So I need to know exactly what turn I need to be done overstrengthening by. So otherwise you just get to a point where you've taken the cities and then you start overstrengthening and saving every turn, and you know, you can make mistakes about how many turns you've really got to work with. So you guys, oh, excuse me, elite overstrength. You guys are out of ammo, which in a weird way is just as well, because I can have you come up here and get experience bombing. Have you get experience. They've got experience of 50. I don't even know how much experience they get for just bombing cities. Not sure if they get any, but they have 50. And maybe that gave them 10, or maybe it's still 50. It's really hard to see these tiny old display. We can see, I think we had a little bit of, oh, never mind. I thought we might have had the, like, bright red, you can't get to an airfield from here, but we've taken other airfields on the map, so that's not a problem anymore. So what air units do I have that could use experience? You guys are not core units, so I don't care about you particularly. What's the best way to do this? What I want to do is stop this like really weak Italian unit from reinforcing it all. Best way to do that's probably to fly a bomber over them but not use it. I wish I had another artillery unit up here. I do. In a truck. Nice thing to do sometimes is to park an artillery unit on a city because that can't take it for your force, but it stops them from reinforcing at all. Oh, but you guys are artillery. Yeah, why don't you come up here? I guess I could have left more guys alive for my own guys to take pot shots at, but the idea was this is turn 6. Now I can just overstrength guys until I run out of time. Making sure to get my planes so that they're around airfields, of course. It's a real easy and stupid way to lose a core unit, is just to be advancing turns rapidly and have one that isn't at an airfield and just runs out of fuel because you're a dummy. Okay, auxiliary units, auxiliary units. Pretty sure I've moved, reinforced, whatever, all of my core units. So those guys will just sit there because they're surrounded. Early losses hurt, but at the same time, we ended up having turns to hang around overstrengthening, which is, good. Let's have you bomb the city even though there's American troops there. They won't take damage. Oh, and I did get exactly 10 experience from it. So you're at 365. This should bring you to 375, right? 371. I guess it's prorated based on some other factor. Alright, that's all the overstrengthening you can do. You're already 15. You're already 15. You can't overstrength at all. You are not going to get up to enough. And you, my friend, just took too many losses too early for us to get you all the way back up to the glorious 15 strength mosquito unit, which is a truly beautiful sight as long as it's in your army and you're not playing against the British. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd left a little bit more Italian stuff alive just for us to sort of kick around here at the end. But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a save in case this guide I was reading is wrong about which turn it is. But it shouldn't be. Okay, the singular, almost wiped out Italian unit that's just being kept alive as part of a cruel game of cat and mouse. Excuse me. Will not act here. You're going to get awfully close to being enough experience to get overstrength to 14, but you won't be able to. Yeah, they're going to get real close too to having 1 star. Lone Star. Sorry, that's my impression of Dark Helmet, villain of Spaceballs. What do you think? Pretty good, huh? I bet you felt like Dark Helmet was right there in the room with you. Okay. And again, the tragedy is that these guys will not be able to get all the way up to 15 strength. But they'll get darn close. These guys will have enough to overstrength, but we won't have enough turns. Oh, they won't. They're at 90. No, they're just at 90. I thought they would have. I thought they were already at 90. Yeah, I counted something wrong. Maybe you can only bomb the same city so many times in a row before it stops giving you experience. It's continuing to take a lot of prestige away from the Axis commander, though. (14 strength infantry unit, pretty good. I think it's time, unless I want to build just one more Spitfire. I think it is time to start building up my tank columns instead of just because. I mean, I got now 1, 2, 3 core fighters, 2 core tactical bombers, and 2 core level bombers. So with any coordinate, three fighter units can cover 4 bomber units if you're coordinating. I could just build 1 more fighter just for the hell of it. Maybe I'll build 1 more fighter on the but then I gotta just start having more tank units because they're ultimately what actually take territory. This is it. Sorry, friends, we didn't have enough turn to get you up any higher. Make sure I didn't miss any other stuff that I should have done. I'm going to throw down a save here to just really cement the fact that I'm not redoing this scenario, even though I did. Like, I've just taken it away from myself. I can't redo this scenario now, even though I lost units and I might feel like going back and redoing it. They weren't core units. I'm taking the win. We got Frenchy the Frenchman there with various, Americans. There's a Tommy-looking guy on the right. The guy, we can only see the back of his helmet for some reason. I'm assuming is American. The guy with the wine bottle and the mustache is obviously the Frenchman. And the guy on the far left looks like a British guy to me. The guy in the middle with the goofy hat, I guess he's French. Now let's go back and confirm that if I'd ended the turn, got to turn 10. because this would allow me to get that 1 unit all the way up to 15 strength. That's a minor victory. We can't have that.
Sir, the time has come to settle the North Africa matter. High Command states that this should be the final offensive, as the enemy has no other recourse but to withdraw to Europe. Once we have expelled Jerry from Tunis, we can cross the Mediterranean.
Alright, so that takes us to Tunis. I believe all roads lead to Tunis at this point. I think even a loss will take us to Tunis, which we can check fairly quickly. I don't even have to go to the sound files, just enter now a couple of times in a row. Without looking it up, the difference between, like, if you go to the same campaign regardless, the reason to get a major instead of a minor, other than personal pride, is because you get more prestige at the beginning of the next turn. Or more of a prestige reward for winning the campaign. Which, honestly, I need to think about whether that matters. Like, no, take an extra turn, get a minor, go to the same scenario, and have overstrength 1 more unit. It almost feels worth it, because, like, I'm not burning through my prestige at this point. But, yeah, I'll still take the major. I really only want to take minor victories if it's in order for us to see more scenarios. So we see the terrible nightmare that is smiling German children.
Sir, the unexpected reverse at Mareth was a bit of a knock, but High Command has appointed you to head up the Anzio operation. With any luck, we can outflank Jerry and force him from Italy.
Oh, never mind. We go to Anzio from here. So your punishment for losing is that you skip ahead in the story. It's a weird thing. Like, okay, we're not giving you command of the operation to take Tunis, but we will give you Anzio. No, Anzio you can get later by actually winning. So yeah, it's a bit odd, but in a sense you're being punished. It's like you weren't good enough to win that one, so you're jumping ahead and you're getting less experience to build up your forces and get experience. So that's kind of an odd one. But let's go ahead and get our major. I'm going to say we would like to review, and I'm going to throw down a save here, so that if we come back to the scenario, I can restart from the next one from the beginning if I choose.
Sir, High Command is pleased with our progress. The time has come to settle the North Africa matter. High Command says that this should be the final offensive, as the enemy has no other recourse but to withdraw to Europe. Once we have driven Jerry from Tunis, we can cross the Mediterranean.
All right. So this is the last North Africa battle. And we do not have the infantry that I was talking about before yet. But we're going to get like... I don't remember if they're called guerrillas or what, but there's kind of like an elite... because the U.S. Army, or the UK military has some pretty badass elite trained infantry units for sure. But this game doesn't really capture that so much. I wonder if... see, soft attack 7, 6... Yeah, there really just is no... They never get anything to replace this... Mosquito is available pretty much from the beginning of the campaign, and I just don't remember them ever getting anything to really truly replace it. So with no replacements for the tanks. Yeah, the Stewart, I think, is the... I think that was the one that Monty went around in with his like personal livery on it. He was a bit of a military celebrity. General Montgomery. But Sherman I am finding more effective. Oh, we can... No, never mind. I thought for a minute we had 5.5-inch guns, but we still have the 6-inch guns. 24-inch pythons, brother. All right, well... So the British are in Tarragona. We got the Americans at the Free French in Mature. And in Majez el Bab. With the Axis in Pont-du-Faz. Other famous locations like Bizerta. So I think the British are supposed to sweep behind Tunis and defeat the Italians at Amamet, Cordoba. It's Cordoba. Menzil, Tamim. I do not know my North African geography all that well. But yeah, the big fight's at Tunis. This is another one that I dicked around with off screen while killing time at my parents' house. The Italians are going to put up a fight, but yeah, the Americans are basically fighting the Germans, the British are fighting the Italians, but if we keep it that way, it's going to go poorly for us. So we're going to want to mix. But definitely when I off-screened it, the last city to fall were the Italian cities, because there's just a lot of ground to cover. You end up having fierce fighting over here, but there's one Axis commander spending prestige out of a common pool. So at the end, he's just spamming cheap Italian units to try to slow you down. But I would expect our... Like, I don't have, like, detailed pictures of what their positions are. I know that some of these rivers are a pain in the ass to deal with. There's no roads here. It's just a river. So you kind of need to take this place and then have enough force to take it, but your main force should be here driving east. Why am I trying to figure out this now? It's time to call it a video. So when we come back next time, guys, we'll do the Tunis scenario and finally drive Jerry out of Northern Africa. See you then.